Second take. We just accidentally said information that we can't post, so we're back at it again.
Oh man. So yeah, I fludged up on that one. I revealed some information. Second fludge.
Yep. That's okay though. I'll probably have. Well, I fludged up yesterday by filming the video upside down.
No, I think it was key.
It might have been good
I
for
love
us,
it,
but
I love it. Yeah, watch our upside down video is great. We didn't even know it was happening, and it's thrilling. Starts out wildly.
and sort of. I think it's pretty good all the way through.
Yeah,
like halfway through, we found those people, and we were like, "Hey, do you have anything?"
So I was gonna ask. I told Brooks I had a question to ask him, and I actually kind of already revealed it to him. But so this is what I said to him: would you rather live 1 year, however you want to live it? You can talk to family, friends. You can do whatever you want, but you die at the end of that year, or live 2 years. The first year you can do whatever you want, so it's the same. The first year is the same in both scenarios, but in the second scenario, you live an extra year in an alternate universe, but you're completely isolated. You have no contact with the outside world. You don't see anybody, hear from anybody. Anything you create, write, anything you make will be destroyed the second that second year is over. And everyone thought you die after everyone still thought you died after the first year.
So the first question I already asked him in the last video before we had to change was, "Where am I in the second year?" And he said an alternate universe, but like
The geography is still the same.
yeah, within reason. Like it's not like an alternate universe where I'm living in ice cream and everything like that. And another question I need to ask: how do people think I died?
However you choose.
Oh, I get to choose how they think I died. Okay. Second option for sure. The one where I get to be a year alone in a room and nothing ever happens or whatever. Am I in a single room the whole time? Oh, I can do whatever I want. Oh, dude. Wait, would you rather die after 1 year?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah. I would be so depressed. I'd be so depressed. Like, people make my world go round, and just the idea of knowing people thought I died and still being living, I would have trouble dealing with that.
I'd have trouble, but I
And I
think
just-
the pros. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry.
please,
I interrupted
please. Oh,
you.
no,
But
you
I
did.
just wouldn't enjoy it. Like, I'm an extrovert, and there's times where I'm introverted. Certainly times where I want to be alone, but like if I was alone for a long period of time and I had no contact with the outside world, and anything that I created would be destroyed. So if I say like I came to some new knowledge, like being isolated for that long would be insane, especially in this type of scenario. If you came to any philosophical knowledge or just any knowledge that people didn't know, it would be destroyed. So you're not helping out humanity in any other way. But I guess you can maybe come to terms with yourself. You would have longer to come to terms with yourself. So that's where I'm at. And I think, yeah, I would never want to fake my death or anything like that. And it would be somewhat similar. Like people would think I was dead and I wouldn't be dead, and that would just really bother me. So yeah, that was my question.
Thanks. No, I loved the question. It's something that y'all should ponder. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but
If it was cut down from a year to say 2 weeks, I think I might have a very different answer.
what if it was cut down to 1 hour? You definitely choose it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
What if it was 40 years?
I really would
I'd probably choose differently if it was 40 years.
Oh, interesting. I just like
I hated my laugh just now. Go ahead.
if I could choose the way that I would die. I have no idea how I want to die. I'm not even gonna say slow death or anything like that. But I would love to be surrounded by at least some family and friends. So
Well, in
if
a
they thought I
sense, you-
died and then I still had an hour after that, I wouldn't actually be dying. I wouldn't actually be dying then. So we would go through this whole moment, and then I would. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some thinking on it. It actually just came to me, and I brought it up. So
For me, at this point, it's a slam dunk for choosing having the year to myself. But I definitely see your points, and I'll definitely think more about it and ask more people about it because I like the question. My question for him is a simple one, and it's sad. I don't like it, but
interesting. Both of ours were sad, I would say.
I'd say so, or at least had sad elements. Mine's more explicitly sad for sure, but
It's gonna be perfect timing. Literally perfect.
nice. Yeah, so it's just the first thing that came to mind when he told me he had a question. I just like, okay, well, what question am I gonna ask? How many people would you cry over their death? How many people in your life? And we can separate the question. It can be how many people would you cry immediately for? For some people, you might not cry immediately, but over the next 10 years, you're gonna think about their death and you cry because of it, maybe multiple times, or maybe it'll take you hours to cry. Like that night, you'll cry about it when you're alone. Or but some people, you probably just cry immediately if you find out to die. And it's also gonna depend how they die. That's gonna change how traumatic it is. So there's so many factors at the age that they die. But I guess that's something you have to figure out to answer the question. In your own circumstances.
My first thought is.
Do you hate the question in terms of sad?
Okay. It did make me think of this though. I just want to bounce this question off before I get to his question. Is that, are you more likely to cry when someone is in the act of dying and they haven't died yet, or they're already gone?
I think it depends on a lot of circumstances. But I love the question. I mean, obviously, I don't know why I said what I said, but
that's fair.
But
so certainly family would I would probably, I mean, it would choke me up. I might throw up. And I haven't dealt with
so you're talking mother, you're talking aunt, uncle, Tommy, Howdy. Oh shoot, I shouldn't be naming them. Did I just screw up?
No.
Okay. So okay. Interesting for me to imagine other people, but I won't even ask those right now. Would you over Fafa?
Not immediately, no.
Okay. But over the next 10 years, probably, for whatever reason.
I don't know. Yeah,
How about Dada? Dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
Immediately?
I don't know.
Nice.
But yeah, certainly. And then a ton of friends. There's a ton of friends that would immediately, even acquaintances. My issue is like, it's tough for me like to say, like I'm very slow to say that I'm friends with someone.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, very, very slow. And so maybe that adds into like I only had so and so many friends when I was here. You know what I'm talking about? Because I was just not willing to say that someone was my friend over an acquaintance when I was in the other location.
Oh.
So I'm really slow to say I'm friends, but like even the acquaintances I have, there's a lot of acquaintances that I do have that I've had unreal experiences with. Just mind-blowing experiments. I mean, I've learned so much from people, and like just the thought that I may never be able to have an experience like that with them again would choke me up immediately. And just really the fact that they would be dead would be the big one. But like, there's so many people that I wouldn't call friends that have changed me in dramatic ways. And man, death is just tough. It's tough. It's a tough thing to deal with. So I would say maybe 100 people I would cry for immediately, I think. And maybe not in like the first, like right when I hear it, but like within 5 minutes, I'd have some tears rolling down my eyes.
That's touching. Nice.
Yeah, I think so. And there's those people that you haven't thought about, like in like a decade, that when you go back and you're like, wow, but wait, in childhood they were like my best friend. And if I heard of a death, it's a great question. Wow, at 8:30, man, at a minute 30 left.
Well, guys,
this one's been vastly different.
Oh yeah, it's intoxicating. I'll say that. It's intoxicating, this whole process.
Drinking coffee
Intoxicates the mind. But
no, I see what you're saying.
But I'm mostly referring to YouTube, doing it. I think we're both real happy to just be doing it and just trying. In fact, we just talked to a guy who is a chef, like a serious chef, like a Italian restaurant in Dallas. Like he seems like a fine dining chef.
And then he was the director of a college.
The meal plan or the college food at an all-women's college for 25 years. And the advice he gave he
didn't even ask for advice.
He was unsolicited advice. We told him about our channel. I don't think he was actually interested in watching our videos, but he was very supportive. And he told us right before he left, keep trying. Every way you say, keep trying. Keep trying because he said that when he was writing his cookbook, there were so many obstacles in the way, and
a lot of
he
things
pushed
are
through.
going to make you want to stop.
Yep.
No matter what you're doing, a lot of things. Just say you're running a mile. There's going to be a time when if you're running fast, you're going to go, I would rather puke and maybe die than finish this last quarter mile. But you can't, not if you want to get better. So we got 8 seconds left. Let's finish it.
Well, on the last day, I just want to say we're not trying to lecture you. We're not trying to be like the Shia LaBeouf, like let's go, let's make it happen. But yeah, but